Napoleon Bonaparte. The name alone evokes a torrent of images: the conquering emperor, the brilliant strategist, the ruthless dictator. He remains a figure shrouded in controversy, his legacy a tapestry woven from threads of both admiration and condemnation. Some hail him as a visionary leader who dragged France into the modern age. Others denounce him as a power-hungry tyrant who sacrificed countless lives on the altar of his ambition. Over 2 centuries after his death, Napoleon continues to fascinate and divide us. His story is a complex blend of military genius, political cunning, and unbridled ambition. It is a story of triumph and tragedy, of revolution and empire, of a man who left an indelible mark on the world stage. Napoleon's journey began on the rugged island of Corsica, where he was born into a family of minor nobility in 1769. Corsica, recently annexed by France, provided a backdrop of political turmoil that would shape young Napoleon's worldview. He received a solid education, excelling in mathematics and history, subjects that would later serve him well on the battlefields of Europe. At the age of 16, Napoleon entered the prestigious École Militaire in Paris, a military academy that nurtured his strategic talents. The French Revolution erupted in 1789, plunging the nation into chaos, and providing Napoleon with an opportunity to prove himself. He rose quickly through the ranks, his military acumen and unwavering ambition catching the attention of those in power. It was in the Italian campaign of 1796 to 1797 that Napoleon's military genius truly blossomed. Tasked with confronting Austria's forces in Italy, the young general displayed a remarkable grasp of strategy and tactics. His ability to outmaneuver and outwit his opponents, coupled with his inspirational leadership, resulted in a string of stunning victories. The Italian campaign cemented Napoleon's reputation as a brilliant military mind. He returned to France a national hero, his name whispered in awe and admiration. His victories not only secured France's borders but also fueled his own political ambitions. The years following Napoleon's Italian triumph were marked by political maneuvering and consolidation of power. Capitalizing on his military fame and the instability of the post-revolutionary government, Napoleon orchestrated a coup d'état in 1799, effectively seizing control of France. In 1804, in a ceremony designed to legitimize his rule, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French. This act, laden with symbolism, marked a turning point in French history. The revolution's ideals of liberty and equality were seemingly cast aside as Napoleon ushered in a new era of imperial rule. Section 5. Europe at his feet, a continent redrawn. Napoleon's reign as emperor was defined by relentless military expansion. Driven by a desire for glory and a belief in French hegemony, he launched a series of wars that, well, engulfed Europe. His armies, renowned for their discipline and fighting spirit, marched from the shores of Spain to the heart of Russia. Napoleon's conquests redrew the map of Europe. He abolished the Holy Roman Empire, established puppet states, and instituted a series of reforms in conquered territories. His Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive legal system, left a lasting legacy on many European nations. Section 6. The Russian Winter's Bite, the beginning of the end. Napoleon's imperial ambitions ultimately proved his undoing. In 1812 he embarked on a disastrous invasion of Russia. The campaign, ill-conceived from the start, devolved into a costly retreat as the Russian winter decimated the French army. The defeat in Russia marked a turning point in Napoleon's fortunes. His enemies, emboldened by his weakened state, formed a coalition that ultimately defeated him at the Battle of Leipzig in 1813. Napoleon abdicated the throne in 1814 and was exiled to the island of Elba. Section 7. Exile and Legacy, a hero's fall from grace. Napoleon's exile on Elba proved short-lived. In 1815 he escaped and returned to France, rallying his supporters and reclaiming the throne. His second reign, known as the 100 Days' War, ended in defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. This time his exile was permanent. Napoleon spent the remaining years of his life on the remote island of St. Helena, a prisoner of the British. He died there in 1821, at the age of 51, leaving behind a complex and contested legacy. Section 8. Napoleon, a man of contradictions. Napoleon Bonaparte was a man of stark contradictions. He was a brilliant military strategist who revolutionized warfare but who also led his armies to catastrophic defeats. He championed the ideals of the Enlightenment, yet established a dictatorship. He enacted progressive legal reforms while ruthlessly crushing dissent. His rule was a paradoxical blend of progress and tyranny, of Enlightenment ideals and imperial ambitions. He abolished feudalism, promoted religious tolerance, and established a meritocracy that rewarded talent over birthright. Yet, he also suppressed freedom of the press, reinstated slavery in French colonies, and waged wars that claimed millions of lives. Section 9 Conclusion. History's verdict on the Emperor. Napoleon's legacy continues to be debated today. Was he a hero who modernized France and spread the ideals of the revolution across Europe? Or was he a villain whose insatiable ambition plunged the continent into decades of war? The answer, as with most historical figures, is complex. Napoleon was a product of his time, a man shaped by the tumultuous events of the French Revolution. He was a brilliant, flawed figure who embodied both the best and worst aspects of the human spirit. He was, in the end, both a hero and a villain, leaving behind a legacy that continues to fascinate and inspire debate centuries later.